Presenter Studio for Webcasting Essentials provides you with all the tools that you need to produce an exceptional webinar. Depending on if you select Webcam and Slides or Phone and Slides as your webcast type, the layout of the studio will differ. When using Webcam and Slides, you would see a webcam icon in the upper right-hand corner. This is where you would control and monitor all aspects of your webcam, such as webcam preview, increasing video quality, and adjusting sound settings. When using an integrated phone bridge, as we are now, the webcam icon is hidden, and in its place is the phone icon. This will allow you to see your dial-in numbers for your scheduled webcasts and the scheduled duration. The additional numbers option allows you to view a list of global numbers that you can provide to global presenters. If you have trouble with your phone line connecting during the webcast, you can use the Reset Line button to reconnect the line to your webinar. Just a reminder that all of this information is also available in the phone allocation section of the Advanced tab when scheduling your webinar. In the top right corner, above the webcam or phone icon, is the sound icon. As soon as you start your broadcast or recording, this icon will automatically mute the Presenter Studio to ensure that there isn't an echo. This sound icon controls the audio coming from the Presenter Studio, but does not control your computer speakers, so please be aware of both sound settings when testing audio. Below is the speaker private chat box. Use this box to enter text-based chat messages to communicate with other hosts during your presentation. You can see the list of other hosts by clicking on the speakers icon in the top left-hand corner of the studio. Please note that the speaker private chat will not be visible to anyone but these hosts. When you click on your speakers icon, you will see the information on the host logged into your Presenter Studio, as well as any automatic broadcast feeds, like the integrated audio line. Hosts are able to take and pass 4 different types of content control. Full control, which gives both content and video mic control to a particular user. Content control, which allows the user to advance slides and push various media, polls, URLs, images, or whiteboard over the slides. Media control, which connects that user's webcam or mic audio to pipe out to attendees during the live broadcast and/or get recorded. And phone line control, which does the same as media control except for a particular phone allocation. It's important to note that the passing of control is how the Presenter Studio knows what audio and/or video inputs should go out to the attendees, in addition to who should control the slides. Passing content control is different for each webcast type. Integrated phone and slides, you can pass content and phone line control only. But for webcam and slides, you can pass media, content, and full control to another host. The attendee count shows you how many people are logged into the attendee view in real time. To see the attendee details, click on the number next to attendees in the lower left-hand corner of the studio to bring up a full list. We don't see anyone here now, but if you had attendees, you would see their email listed here. For additional insights, you can click on the Show on Map link to display a geographic representation of where all of your webcast attendees are located based on their IP address. On the left-hand side of the studio, you will find the Q&A icon. Clicking on this icon opens a resizable window where incoming Q&A messages from attendees will be displayed in a list. Each incoming question is numbered and will display as soon as it is submitted by an attendee. Clicking on a question will expand it if it's too long for this view. You can tag questions using the drop-down to better filter and prioritize. Tagged questions will be moved to the Tagged tab. You also have the option to delete a question from view. Deleted questions will be removed from the studio, but will still display in the reports. Questions will be moved to the Archive tab after the broadcast and can be accessed for future events if you choose to rebroadcast a webinar. You can reply privately to questions as they come in. Answering a particular question privately means sending a text response only to the individual who submitted the question. To do this, select the question and select the Answer button at the bottom of the window. This will open a text box where you can type your response. You can then choose whether you would like to display your name or answer it anonymously. If you would like to display your name, you also have the option to edit what name is displayed. When ready, simply click the Answer Privately button, and the response will be sent to the individual who submitted the question. You can preload questions by adding them manually by clicking the hamburger icon and then the Add option. You can also increase and decrease the font size on all questions to suit your individual needs. On the left-hand side of the Presenter Studio, you'll find a full list of all the content tools. Here, a host with content control can push all of their content in convenient tabs. Any slide decks or video files will already have been uploaded through the Essentials wizard. However, you can add more through the studio itself. You can switch between up to 10 slide decks by clicking on the slide option down at the bottom. Any videos that you've added will be added to the Media tab here. To add a new slide deck, simply click on the Edit button in the bottom center of the screen. Click Add Slides, and then you'll simply need to browse to your selected slide deck and upload it. If your PowerPoint deck has notes corresponding to your slides, you can easily access them by clicking on the Notes tab, which will open a resizable pop-up for you to view your notes. To transition slides, you'll need to click once again on the Slides option, and then you can either use the thumbnails down at the bottom or advance using the arrows. You can use the whiteboard tools to annotate your slides throughout the presentation. There may be a slight delay. Adding polls is just as straightforward, but with more customizable options. First, you have to add the question text. Simply click on the Polls option, and then click on Add Poll. You will then have the option to add your text here. By clicking the Change icon, you can enable other languages that you have selected for the webcast, and input language-specific text for your other languages. Then you have a few checkbox options. To close a poll after a particular amount of time, to allow respondents to select multiple answers, and to allow attendees to answer questions during the on-demand period. You can add up to 7 answers. Add more by clicking that Add Answers button. And then just scroll down to find the new option. answers will appear to attendees in the order that they are listed here, so reorder them by dragging and dropping the hamburger menu button. When finished, click Save Changes. Pushing polls during the broadcast or recording is easy. Simply click the Push Poll button corresponding to your desired poll, which will be available during the live broadcast. You can also choose an active poll, close an active poll by clicking on the Close Poll button. A count of respondents is visible to the right when your poll is open, and you can also push the poll results when finished. Finally, you can select for a more comprehensive list of your polls and to arrange them for easier access. To view poll details for a particular poll question, simply click the Poll Details button. This pop-up will display the percentage and an aggregate number for each answer, in addition to having the same sharing options and Copy to Clipboard button for easy copying of the poll data. Adding links allows you to add external websites that you would like for your attendees to visit. To add, simply click the links icon, then click on the Add Link button. Give the link a display name, and then put in the external URL. You can click the Test button to test this link and confirm that it lands on the correct web page. Click Save Changes when complete. Once saved, you can preview the link's landing page using the Preview button that'll be on the right of the link title, or push it out to attendees as you could with the polls. The link will open in a separate browser tab or window, depending on what browser the attendees use. Use the Media tab to upload video clips for your presentation, or to access your webcast recording to publish as on-demand. Any clips that were uploaded on the Content tab of the Essentials wizard will appear here. But once in the Presenter Studio, all you need to do to upload a new video clip is simply click on the Media tab and then click on Add Video Clip. You can browse for your video file and then select a display name. If you see bitrate is too high next to your clip, we recommend reducing the bitrate or overall dimensions of your video file to ensure smooth broadcast and on-demand playback for attendees with weaker broadband connections. To trim a media file before marking it for Simulive or on-demand, you will need to unmute the Presenter Studio in the upper right-hand corner by using the speaker icon. Next, click once again on the Media icon, then click on Recordings. Click the More button next to the media file that you wish to trim, and click Trim. The Presenter Studio will play back the file so that you can trim it by dragging and dropping the start and end point markers. Or, for exact trimming, simply enter the start and end time stamps manually. Click the Apply button when complete. Once the file has been trimmed, you will see a ready and trimmed message beneath the media file. Once your file is trimmed and available, you can set any recording as a simulive to be broadcast later or as an on-demand for immediate viewing. To do this, click the More button next to your media file, then click on Settings. You can choose to mark it for simulive to be broadcast later or as an on-demand for immediate viewing. The simulive allows it to auto replay at a future selected date and time or you can make it on demand with the option below. With on demand, you can choose to publish now or later based on your preference. Clicking to enable a podcast allows you to create a downloadable MP3 file for your audience to download. If you experience any unexpected behavior during your webinar, use the support link by clicking on the settings icon in the top right-hand corner of the interface and clicking on support to submit a support ticket. All right, you're now a pro, right? So go start producing better webinars today.